Happy October 10th. This is Alex Goff with Daily Rock Music News. And first of all, wishing Gene Simmons the best. He was in a minor car accident in Malibu, California. He says he's fine, though. He's back at home. That actually makes two KISS members down for the count because Ace Frehley, I think it's Frehley, like fret, a guitar fret. If he would just say that, it would make it easy for us all to know. Ace canceled the rest of his gigs. They said it was a minor thing after he canceled the first gig. But then he went back and canceled the rest of his gigs. So, yeah, just wishing them both the best. Okay, so today is a continuation of the big news of the week. The crazy, unprecedented, non-expected news that Rush is getting back together to tour in 2026 summer, June through September. And not only they were going to do a North American mini tour with a number of major cities, 5 or 6, and now they're still doing the same cities, but they've added like twice as many dates now. So like they were doing like 2 days in LA, now they're doing 4 days in LA. They were doing 2 days New York, now it's 4 days New York, 4 days Fort Worth, 4 days Chicago, 2 days Cleveland, 2 days Mexico City, maybe. And Annika Niels is drumming with them. She looks awesome. There's so many videos of her drumming. If Jeff Beck hired her, then you know we're in good hands. Plus, Alex and Getty will be working with her throughout the whole way and deciding what they think is best. And I don't even mind if she wants to do something new over some of the songs. We've heard the songs for so many years, both live and not live. I understand some people are seeing them for the first time, but it's different. And I think if everyone plays differently. No one can replicate what someone else did. So if she's really feeling something in an area, I think it would be cool for us to have an open mind, because maybe it will sound better than her trying to force whatever Neil would have done. Rush adds 11 more dates to the reunion tour. I'll say these dates and then I'll move on to the next news. Comeback tour, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. Okay, so 4 LA, 1 Mexico City, 4 Fort Worth, 4 Chicago, 4 New York, 4 Toronto, 2 Cleveland. All right, moving on. Rolling Stone release as 25 years into the 21st century, the top 250 songs of the 21st century. It is broad, and I will have an open mind approach about it. And there are a lot of songs that I agree are classic hits. I might not have chosen, but I think respectfully were a good pick, and I'm glad they're there. Like that song by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs is like number 2, and I do think that is an iconic song. Would I have chosen it as number 2? I don't know, maybe. But the other thing I wanted to say is, just like always, I'm glad all the other representation's there, and I'm not trying to boot off a bunch of songs, but you can still tell there's not a huge amount of rock representation on this list. For instance, I believe The Garden by Rush, not to be biased as a Rush fan, but they have this 50-year career, and then it's the last song of their 20 studio albums. And it's kind of different than any song they've ever made, and it's a beautiful way to end a career that millions and millions of fans love. Don't you think that deserves to be one of the most significant songs of the 21st century? What, you think it's below 251? There's not one place on that list that, like, the end of a band's career? Or, like, I think, like, Under the Graveyard by Ozzy Osbourne doesn't just sound like a nostalgia rocker hit, like maybe Let Me Hear You Scream did. Under the Graveyard to me sounds like, whoa, someone who knows how to make something original helped make that, and it sounds like an Ozzy hit that I will listen to for the rest of my life. I love that song. I think having a rocker that has a significant career and then they come back and have a significant either ending or new song, I think that that's very significant and deserving for the list. Overall, lists are not fair, but they're definitely designed to get attention, because if you love the list, you love it, you're going to give it attention. If you hate the list, you're going to give it attention. So I guess, honestly, the best thing we can do is just listen to the songs and learn any of the songs that we do not know that well. I'm trying to think, what else have I seen so far. Rush is just in the headlines right now. 9 Inch Nails cancels inaugural Futural Ruins Festival. Super Bowl. A little bit political, but it's music news. And you know what? When I post about the Super Bowl, a lot of people have a lot of opinions. And right now, like I posted last February, right after the Super Bowl, I think, about who would you choose to play in the Super Bowl. So first of all, comment who you would choose. A lot of people were saying Metallica because it's in the San Francisco area, and they're just one of the only mega bands that everybody knows. Some people said AC/DC. I think AC/DC 10 years ago would have been awesome. And I can't remember who else. But I wish they would consider, what's that year with Britney Spears and Aerosmith, and maybe Run DMC, they combined a bunch of genres. Wouldn't that be such a cool thing as an American event to unite Americans, to pick someone from every genre, make everybody a little bit happy? But they did announce this artist named Bad Bunny, who I don't know any songs by. If you're listening to this show, you probably don't know Bad Bunny songs, or it's not in your wheelhouse as much, because this is literally rock news, right? But the news, the news is that Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's organization, to host its own Super Bowl halftime show. Excuse me. Whoa, I just got a cough. I think it's an interesting idea to host an alternative show, and I'm curious to see the reaction to it. But I might just be projecting my own ideas not coming to fruition. I do wonder how many people are going to have the energy to lift up their remote and to click a button to change the channel. You know, it's very difficult to ask humans to move their fingers in that amount. So, nothing against anybody or supporting anybody on either side, just saying that's going on. I would be interested to see if anybody listening to this is planning on switching the channel to tune into that. I'm sure a lot of us will see clips from both sides in the end. So it's probably a good move for the organization, because the numbers of the day won't be as significant as the numbers the next day, when either it's successful and people love it, or it bombs and then everybody loves talking about it. You know, it's kind of success either way, I guess, the more I think about it. Kiss frontman Gene Simmons recovering from recent car crash. Let's see if there's any more details here, but if there's not, I won't take long. Well, that was close. Things could have ended differently for Kiss vocalist Gene Simmons earlier this week, October 7th. When he was involved in a car crash in Malibu, he's okay, but the situation definitely sounds like it could have turned out worse once you hear some of the details. The accident happened off Pacific Coast Highway just before 1 p.m. when his Lincoln Navigator drifted into a parked car. According to Los Angeles Sheriff Simmons, 76, told deputies and first responders that he passed out somehow, either falling asleep or fainting, which caused him to cross through several lanes of traffic before hitting the parked vehicle. He was later taken to the hospital to get thoroughly checked out. It seems as though no one else was injured. Gene's wife, Shannon Tweed Simmons, told NBC4 investigators that you have a typo.
With the new U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card, you can earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
Really going all out, huh?
Shh. Getting cash back on.
Investigates that. Sorry, I was wrong about my typo accusation, and sound started happening at the same time. Shannon tweets Simmons told him investigates that the rock icon is now recovering at home. She also said that Simmons' doctors had recently changed his medication, along telling him to drink more water, which is apparently something he is not happy about. Water isn't that bad, man. Simmons left a voicemail with NBC4 investigators that he's doing fine. No, this is a typo. NBC4 investigates that he's doing fine. Yeah, metal sucks. You've got typos. Further seeming to downplay the incident in a tweet. Okay, so he tweeted, "Thanks everybody for the kind wishes. I'm completely fine. I had a slight fender bender. It happens, especially to those of us who are horrible drivers. That's me, all as well." Nice. Alice in Chains and Judas Priest played together September 26th. Black Label Society dial up the groove on Broken and Blind. Watch Pigs, Pigs, Pigs tear it up for their set. Oceano reveal their final show ever will feature Contagion and Depth lineups. Guitar World. There is this actually new edition of Guitar World, and it actually goes through all of the new blues players and all the modern current blues players, which I think is interesting. So I will go through, kind of just list off some of these people. Oh, by the way, rest in peace to Brent Hines, the Mastodon guitarist, aged 50. And I didn't even hear about this. In Atlanta, August 20th of this year, 2025, automobile accident. Sorry to hear to the Mastodon camp. That's something to look more into. So it starts out with Buddy Guy, Joe Bonamassa, Slash, and then it goes into a few new cats. Samantha Fish. Check her out. Cardinal Black, Larry McCrae, Christone Kingfish Ingram. I've seen him live. He is awesome. He is a blues player to check out. If you're working on guitar or learning guitar, you should check Kingfish out. Anna Popovic, Eric Gales. He's a monster. Canyon Lights. Is that a person's name? Walter Trout. Yeah, that's the end of the blues guitarists that are up and coming. Check those people out. I guess, you know what one other thing I want to do is on this is, I might not have the infrastructure set up right now. I'm going to end these shows. Oh, I forgot to start the show with the thing I planned. Okay, sorry, this show is all over the place. I'm going to end this show with some stats and then a future so the stats, here are the new rock acts of the world right now. Here are the biggest new rock bands and artists. Accidentally scrolled way up. Okay. Your debut album has to be after 2015. According to Spotify monthly listeners, number 1, Mainskin, 21.6 million monthly followers. This is, if you know like Benson Boone, the new pop artist, he has 50 million monthly. So just to compare. Number 2, Youngblood, 10.4 million monthly listeners. Number 3, Ghost, 8.5 million monthly listeners. Number 4, Sleep Token, 5.8 million monthly listeners. Number 5, Fontaine's DC, 5.1 million monthly listeners. Let me know if there's someone bigger on Spotify that has their debut album came out after 2015 and their rock. Right now, I'm going to start the episodes with the stats just so, because everybody's different, has different perspectives on where are the new bands? There's no new bands. Who are the big people right now? And I think that's something that needs to be made more clear. That people need to, there needs to, because rock is kind of the stepchild for the mainstream right now. And I think we kind of needed to define our own scene and the era we're in. So that's the era. And then starting on the next podcast show, I'm going to talk about basically, if you're in LA, here's the upcoming shows to look forward to. If you're in New York, here's the upcoming Chicago, DFW. I think those 4 are good spots. Like maybe the next month. If you're in LA, here are the rock shows. If If you're in New York, here are the next rock shows. That kind of thing. Comment if you're from a significant metropolitan area that I should add to that. I don't want to go crazy and add everything and make it a big, long segment. But, yeah, I think it would be cool to be like, hey, California, look out for Paul McCartney. Hey, New York, look out for Bruce Springsteen, etc., etc. So, hope you all have a great day. I hope today's episode wasn't too scattered. I jumped around a couple times, but in the end, my name is Alex Goff. I'm a rock musician in Los Angeles. I'm doing all kinds of things. I'm kind of always restructuring what I'm doing. But basically, I make songs, I make videos, I talk news, I take photos. And here in the next few weeks, I'm going to make sure my YouTube is really organized so that you can access my art easily. Please like and subscribe. Drop a comment of your thoughts or any of the questions I asked throughout the show. Share this with anyone that you think would also enjoy some rock news. Peace out, guys.